Hi guys, it's Ben from 2X Space Station. How's everyone doing? I hope you've all had a really good week. I've had quite a busy week actually, so I'm just going to do a relatively quick one. But I've got a few pickups that I wanted to show you and talk a little bit about. Firstly, I've got this to show you, and you might be thinking, what the hell is that? It's just a chip in a plastic packet. Well, you'd be right. This is actually an Atari 2600 RGB mod kit, and well, you guys know that I love the Atari 2600. Seems like quite a long time ago now, but I did my did Atari 2600 homebrew video and the history of the Atari 2600. It's a console that I've always loved. It's basically where I first started playing video games all the way back in the day. It was the first console that I ever played. And the original one that my parents had, I managed to fry by accidentally plugging in the wrong adapter for it. But I got a new one for Christmas a little while back, and I've been meaning to make some videos using the 2600, you know, but actually on the official hardware. But if any of you guys have played them, you'll know it outputs RF. And it's just fugly. It looked okay back in the day on the CRTs. It doesn't look good on a modern television, and it's certainly not easy to capture. So I've sometimes resorted to using emulators to capture it in HD, or I've stuck a video camera at the screen, which isn't always the best. So it will be great to do it. You guys know I've modded Game Boys and stuff in the past. That was kind of like I think a beginner's step. The thing with this mod is it actually looks kind of complicated. It's one where I'm probably actually a bit tempted to send the console into someone and see if they'll do it for me. It involves quite a lot of soldering, quite a lot of wiring, and presumably you've got to make space to put the RGB out somewhere in the back of the system. So yeah, I've got it here. I keep thinking when it comes to the weekend, shall I do this now? And then I keep kind of putting it off because I'm a little bit daunted by this one. I did manage to fry one Game Boy when I was learning to mod that. It's very easily done, guys, I gotta say, very easily done. But it's there, I've picked it up. I ordered it from Australia and it came super quickly. Now it just remains to be seen if I've got the soldering skills. Next up, my brother got me a game for Christmas, but I think it was coming from somewhere else in England, and unfortunately it didn't arrive, so he gave me a little IOU. But now it's arrived and he gave it to me in person this weekend. And he's such a legend. He got me Panzer Dragoon Zwei for the Sega Saturn. Now, obviously, you probably know that Panzer Dragoon, the original game, is one of the really great on-the-rails shooters, one of the best games on the Saturn, certainly for that genre, and very, very fun. But there is a sequel which I've never played, and it's managed to get me one basically in perfect condition. A lot of Saturn games, people put them in these plasticky things to protect the jewel case. There's a slight little dink on the jewel case, but on the inside it's got the manual, it's got the spine card, it's got the adverts and everything. And I do just love collecting complete Saturn games with the spine card because it's just awesome. So I'm going to check this out soon, and definitely there'll be a video coming of this one. I'm really looking forward to playing some more Saturn games on the channel actually, because I've not got a massive collection, but what I do have I think are pretty select choices. I've got some really good games on it. The games aren't cheap, and as I've said before, it's one where I tend to like get a game every few months, if that. It's more of a special collection to me, and so when I do get something I play it quite a bit more. It's like a selective little collection of higher quality stuff, and it's nice to have a special system in that way. I've said this before as well, but a Saturn is my special system where I don't buy so much for it, but what I do buy is of good quality. And it has to be that way because it seems to be a system where the prices really have gone through the roof. You cannot get stuff cheaply. Now, you might remember, he says, unplugging it, some time ago, got myself a Super Famicom. These systems don't age well. Well, they do, but in terms of how they look, they all go this weird yellowy colour. But it was great because you can find a yellowy Super Famicom for quite cheap online. I didn't need to buy very much for it. I bought an RGB cable. The thing with the Japanese Super Famicoms is that you can use a Sega Mega Drive plug, so I already had the plug. I got this for a real bargain, And I got it primarily because I wanted to record Game Boy stuff using the Super Game Boy. But the thing is, I missed out as a kid on quite a lot of the SNES stuff, and sorry about that, there's going to be some kind of weird jump cut here. It was a bit optimistic of me trying to do a video while on call, and I had to just go take a phone call. Anyway, yes, if you watch my top 10 platformers video, you'll realise that there's kind of a big gap in the games that I like, and the gap is around the Super Famicom, because I was a Mega Drive kid, and I think I missed out on some real treats back in the day. And so, having this system, I've now been thinking, you know what, I think I really should revisit it and buy some of the games that I missed out on. Give it a fair chance. And somebody, it was, oh god, who was it now? Anyway, somebody recommended the original, well, Donkey Kong Country on the SNES or Super Famicom, because I obviously love Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, but I never got to play the original. And one of my friends from uni used to be really, really good at this, and so I thought, you know what? Yeah, I'll do that. And the cool thing about owning the, sort of collecting Japanese games, is that they go for really cheap. So I don't think I've ever paid more than £10 for a Super Famicom game, which is fantastic. So I've not played this yet, but I know I'm going to like it. I think there's actually 3 on the SNES, so if I do like it, I'm going to end up breaking the bank and buying more. Now, the other game that I really wanted to play but never did, Super Mario World, and I've just spent a few hours playing it, and oh my god, it's incredible. It's funny, because when you're at school, you take a side. You're either Mega Drive or SNES, as we called it back at school. And, you know, I've always been like, Mega Drive's better, but playing this, it's made me think like, damn, this is better than Sonic. And it kind of is. Yeah, I wish that I'd played this back in the day. But you know, better late than never. I just felt like, you know what, I have to rectify this weird gap where I just haven't played the Super Famicom classic platformers. And so, yeah, I've played a few hours in it, and it's superb. It's challenging, the levels are incredibly colourful, the music's great, you've got Yoshi, you've got secret areas, you've got multiple ways to finish the levels. Man, it's the complete deal. And I know that I'm preaching to the converted here, because probably 99.9% of people have played this and think it's fantastic. But, you know, I'm one of those people that just seem to have a bit of tunnel vision, or did do for a long time in the past, but I'm open-minded as well. So I'm now like, let's go back through and get this sorted out. And yeah, it's incredible. So I've got 2 really great platformers here to get stuck into on the Super Famicom, and I can't wait to play a bit of Panzer Dragoon Saga and show you guys some gameplay of it. And yeah, watch this space with the RGB mod, because I ain't feeling that confident with that one. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, or Monday when you watch this, who knows, whatever. Take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.